Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is AR Pokemon 03 here. I'm back with the third episode of our Pokemon Suite Nuzlocke. Thank you so much for those of you who have watched all the episodes so far. It means a lot to me as I start doing YouTube and kind of diving into it and see what it's like and see how far I'm gonna go with it and see how much I enjoy it. I just realized I don't think I ever actually. Oh, I did look at Cupcake in the last episode. So in the last episode, if you could not tell by just looking at the screen right now, we seem to be missing a mon. If you go back to the last episode that was posted on Wednesday, you should have seen that sadly, very, very sadly, Twizzler fainted. So Twizzler is now in the trash. And so now we are down. So we started last episode with a team of 2, and we're starting this episode with a team of 2. Hopefully next episode, we start with a team of 3. Because we should be able to get one more mon in this episode, and hopefully either that mon or either of these two mons on screen will faint in this episode. So first of all, last episode I did happen to mention that Cupcake had the ability Pickup, and it would be very useful because that would allow us to get random items that it's going to pick up off of the ground. And that kind of yellow symbol that you see on the screen is the fact that it has an item. So I'm going to go ahead and hit item and hit take and see. Ooh, we got TM10 from Cupcake. Alrighty, I'm going to do a quick team recap and then we'll look at what TM10 is. Because I'm actually curious. I honestly don't know. Because I barely have the TMs for the regular games memorized. There's no way I have it memorized for a ROM. Alrighty. So first of all, we have our level 5 Meowfin, nicknamed Cupcake, with a relaxed nature, and of course the ability Pickup, which we just saw in action, and with the very powerful Scratch and Growl to help him out. And then the other mon on our squad is a level 11 Brownie Sword, nicknamed Zola, Cherry Chocolate typing, with a quiet nature and the ability Clear Body. And of course we are rocking Liquor Whip, Tackle, Cherry Seed, and Growl. Alright, so I do want to double check real quick. What is TM10? So, where are the TMs in this game? Okay, it is in the TM case. If I look it up, TM10 is... No. It's not what I need. But apparently TM10 is pound. And I guess I can use it on either of them. But I think they both also know pound. Oh no, Cupcake knows Scratch. I think they know Scratch and Tackle, which are basically the same thing. I am going to go ahead and get a couple more encounters on this route. And then just talk to you and have fun with you for a little bit. Because I wanted to see if we could find the other monster on this route, because I knew Candino was on this route, as you see right in front of us, which I find adorable. I honestly wish we got Candino, but whatever. Sadly, we got that Rattata, which is the Rattata variant in this game that I sadly failed. So hopefully there will not be any more failed captures in this game. And hopefully, I will not lose another mon this episode. And I hope, because normally in 5th gen, the way everybody loves to grind in 5th gen, because grinding is wonderful. Not at all. But normally everyone loves to grind on Audinos. So I hope that this Candino will give Cupcake some decent experience. Give him 55, that's not that much. Come on, Audino, you could give him Candino, you can give more than that. Alrighty. So let's, here, man, that's enough encounters over there. So I'm going to, here, wait, Cupcake didn't really take that much damage. Cupcake's fine for now. At least fine enough so we could just come grab this next Mon real quick. Hopefully real quick. And then we'll come back in here. So we'll grab our first encounter on this next route. Or in this next area. I don't remember what it's called. But normally this would be Viridian Forest? I'll just be honest. Last episode I continued to call the main series version of the town below this, which in this game is Flower Town. Flower Forest is the name of it in this game. Alrighty. But I continue to call that town that it's normally Vermilion City. It's definitely Viridian. It's normally Viridian City and Viridian Forest, not Vermilion. Okay. But at the end of the last episode, I started talking about this whole me being 5 years old and loving Pokemon and other stuff. So let's continue on that train of thought and kind of talk to you more. Oh, and this guy's just gonna tell me that if I defeat all the trainers, the 5 trainers in here, he will give me orange berries or something. Which I'll probably do because why not? But for those of you who don't know, I did grow up in Miami, Florida. So I was only about a 3.5 hour trip away from from Orlando, from Disney. Ooh, Cottonats. At least that's what it's called. Yes, Cottonats. Not bad. So this is our first encounter in Flower Forest. Is this Cottonat? Alrighty. Let's see if we can catch it rather than KO it, like I did the Rattata on Apple Road. Alrighty. And if those of you who are wondering what it is I'm doing over here, that I continue to look over here, when I have a sheet over here that I'm taking notes of everything that happens, of all the important stuff that happens in an episode, just so I know later on, when I'm just putting everything together. And also I have that game of Pokemon Crystal that I was talking about yesterday, in the last episode. I have that open right next to me. Because right now in that game I'm just trying to grind up my team to level. Oh, no, that's one too many. Please, Cupcake, don't miss, please, no. Please, kinda, please live. Oh, and it was crit. You know, I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing in this game, so I don't do that. Because as I was saying, I'm grinding in this other game to level 30, so I can just, before I take on Chuck, who is the Cyanwood City gym leader, the 5th gym leader. So I'm used to, in this game, just pounding A. I need to not pound A in this game, because it has bad results. Ay. So I guess I have 2 Mons for now. Let's hope and pray that we do not lose any Mons in this forest, because that would be awful, because that would mean we'd have to go against Brock for the first gym leader. I don't remember if they changed the names of them. I think they did. They may have. But that would mean we'd have to go against Brock with 1. I don't want to do that. Hopefully, we can at least go against Brock with 2 Mons. I was hoping to go against him with 3, but 2 Mons will do. I still need to get through this Flower Forest. And before I'm able to get anywhere near encountering him. Alrighty. So let's head up to Flower Forest and see what's hip-hop happening up here. Oh, but as I was saying with the whole Disney thing, so I lived about 3.5 hours from Disney, and both of my parents are humongous Disney fans. So, of course, naturally, I'm a humongous Disney fan as well, and so is my brother. So, I absolutely love just about anything Disney. The only things Disney that I'm not the biggest fan of is just DCOM. I'm not the biggest fan of DCOM stuff, which for those of you who don't know, that's Disney Channel original movies. I'm not the biggest fan of those, other than, of course, High School Musical. Love that one. But I'm not the biggest fan of DCOM stuff, of Disney Channel stuff really in general. So I haven't watched a lot of that, but other than that, I watch just about everything Disney. I love just regular Disney stuff. I love Star Wars. I love Marvel. I have been really enjoying Bad Batch. That's been coming out. I look forward to Loki, that for me is coming out this coming Wednesday, but by the time this video is released, it should already be out. So I'll probably post something about that on my main account. I'm probably not gonna post it on my Insta. On my Insta for this one, but I'll definitely talk about it in the next episode. I'll definitely talk about it in episode 4, because I have watched it by now, and talk to you about what I think about the premiere for Loki. But for right now, I'm really enjoying Bad Batch. I love looking at the different side of it, and looking at rather than looking at what happened to all the Jedi after Order 66, looking at what happened to this special clone troop. Basically, it's a clone troop who just wasn't affected by Order 66 and doesn't fully understand why all these troops just are blindly killing the Jedi Masters and Padawans that they've, fought so long with. So it's very fun for me to me it's very fun, and I really enjoy watching it. I love the characters Omega and Echo and Hunter and Tech and Wrecker. Such a fabulous group. I look forward to seeing what's his name? The sniper. We haven't seen him since episode 2 or 3. So I look forward to seeing him again, since we just haven't seen him in a while. But I love that series so much. I'm looking forward to what happens with Omega, and why exactly is she so special. My initial thoughts are that that they somehow managed to create a a Force-sensitive child. So I feel like later on in the series, we're gonna see Omega start to deal with the Force, and hopefully we will see some other Jedi come in, some other Padawans or anything, because we know that Ahsoka Tano is alive during this time, and I love Ahsoka Tano. So I'd love to see, Omega training with Ahsoka Tano, or for whatever reason, they find their way to Jedi Master Yoda, and they start training with Yoda, or Obi-Wan Kenobi, whoever they decide, or they just add in an entirely new Jedi altogether. Or more accurately, bring one from the comics, for us to look at, and for us to learn more about through the Bad Batch. But if you can't tell, I am really enjoying the Bad Batch, and I look forward to seeing where the rest of the series goes, and how exactly it keeps moving forward. And also, I'm wondering, I also don't know how many episodes there are in the Bad Batch, or how many episodes are planned for the Bad Batch. So if somebody has made it through this far and knows how many episodes there are in the Bad Batch and wants to let me know in the comments below, that would be wonderful. If not, I'll probably look it up at some point, so, not the biggest deal if you don't tell me how many the episodes there's supposed to be, because they've probably said it before, because when I watched, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I knew from, episode 1 that there were supposed to be 6 episodes, so it wasn't a big surprise to me that there were 6 episodes, but so far we've had 6 episodes of the Bad Batch, so I also don't know is it going to follow suit with The Mandalorian, and be an 8-episode show, or each season is going to be 8 episodes, or is it going to be a 10-episode show like WandaVision was, or is it going to be its own new thing and it's going to be 15 episodes or something? I don't know, but it'll be fun to see, and I look forward to watching. What? Jeez, do I look like a cannibal to you? I don't understand where that came from. I don't. Okay. Oh, I think it's because in this game instead of, ooh, well that's fun, spinner cake. That's the, spinner rack? The spinner rack variants in this game. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, but in this game, I believe instead of being poisoned, you make a Pokemon hungry, and then they literally just start, and the whole premise of it is they just start nomming on themselves, they just start eating their own stuff, their cells. I think it's kind of like, if any of you have ever watched, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, something like that, where it's the guy who ends up dunking himself in chocolate, and at the very end of the movie, you see him walking out, and he is chocolate, and he's just licking himself and gnawing on himself and everything, and his mom's just like, stop that, Mom, it tastes so good. That's what I just thought of, but it's something along those lines where it's like, but where it's kind of just like a stupid thing that, but it's their variant of, poison. So I think that's where his whole cannibal comment came from. But I'm gonna be honest, it threw me off. I was not expecting to see, do you think I'm a cannibal? That's not what I expected when I finally looked at the screen. Or when I read it. Actually read it. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about Star Wars and Marvel and everything. But I love Star Wars and I love Marvel. So I look forward to the Loki series coming out on the 9th. Right? The 9th? I don't know. This Wednesday. Whatever date that is. But I know it comes out this Wednesday. I look forward to that coming out. I look forward to Black Widow coming out in July, Shang-Chi that's coming out, The Eternals, and all the other stuff that Marvel has planned. I look forward to all of it, their What If series, everything. I love Marvel so much, I love Star Wars so much. I look forward to the Ahsoka, I think the thing I'm most looking forward to is the Ahsoka Tano series coming out that's supposedly coming out next year. For those of you who don't know, and probably that's gonna be all of you, or at least most of you, but Ahsoka Tano is my absolute favorite Jedi. She has always been my favorite Jedi since I first watched the Clone Wars, I don't know how many years ago, but I have always loved Ahsoka Tano. And I realize, she's not exactly a Jedi. She left the Jedi, she left them when she was still Padawan, and she never fully became a Jedi Knight or Jedi Master. But still, especially if you've read the if you've read the Ahsoka book, which I would highly recommend, it is a fabulous book. But if you read the book, then you understand why I'm calling her a Jedi. Because she still, in many ways, acts like a Jedi, where she's trying to help people and she's going out of her way to be kind and to be nice and to care about everyone. In a time now where the Empire could give a rat's ass, give a rat's behind about what's going on. So I think that's very fun. So I really enjoy that, and I would definitely say you should check that book out if you are a fan of Star Wars, if you like the Clone Wars series. If you want an idea of when that Ahsoka book takes place, it literally takes place after what's it called? The Clone Wars, but before Star Wars Rebels. So it kind of explains how she got from being former Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano to being Fulcrum. And it kind of and that book kind of explains that transition, and tells you more about her and what she had to do when Order 66 was first put in place, and what happened after, she parted ways with Rex. Where did she end up, and what did she end up doing, and the people that she met. So I think that's a really fun book. If you're looking for a book and you enjoy Star Wars to any degree, I would highly recommend picking that book up as soon as you can, because it's fabulous and it's amazing. Speaking of fabulous, there's a spinning cake on the screen. But speaking of fabulous people, I just watched the Cruella movie. Just came out, or I guess for me last week, but for you it would be 2 weeks ago. And if you have not watched it, I highly recommend you watch it. I also absolutely love Cruella de Vil. So I knew there was going to be no issue with me watching this movie. I was so excited for this movie and to see how Emma Stone would portray this just amazing character and how she would go about doing it. I love the kind of the back and forth, kind of not exactly bickering, but like kind of the fashionista version of bickering that occurs between Cruella and the Baroness in the movie, and everything that unfolds and all the and everything that happens. I just love it so much. So I would recommend watching that movie. I did read I read a book that was about Cruella de Vil, and it was a version of her origin story, but it's not the official one. I do also have the novelization of the movie that I still need to watch. That I still need to read. I meant to read it before watching the movie, but I ended up watching the movie. But I'm currently reading through another book, and it's taking me forever to finish reading through that book. So I'm gonna end up having to just read the Cruella novelization after I've already watched the movie. Which is fine, I still love Cruella, so I hope I enjoy the book as much. But the movie definitely stays, it's honestly very similar to or not exactly very similar, but it's not a humongous difference from the one I read. So the version I read was that, so it's kind of the same origin story from when she was a child as in the movie. But rather than the fate of her mother that we witness in the movie, it's her mother's choice. Her mother's fate is her own choice in the book. If you watch the movie, then you understand what I mean. You more than likely will understand what I mean by that. Oh my goodness, Cupcake. you need to not be immobilized by love. I need you to knock out this cream puff. Of course, this cream puff uses Singer. That is the biggest thing about going against Cream Puff in this game, and really going against Jigglypuff anywhere. It's just it uses Sting all the flippin' time, and it is so annoying. But as I was saying, in the book I read, the mother's fate was her own. She decided what was gonna happen. You don't see the Baroness at all in the book. Instead, she ends up randomly meeting, while she's on a heist, she ends up randomly meeting these, two very, upper class, very rich people, who invite her to, join them for, I think it was like, to join them for lunch at a very fancy and posh restaurant called the Caterpillar. But then she becomes their, basically, fashionista. She becomes their designer for the rest of the summer. So if you don't know when this, so if you were wondering when the book takes place, that gives you an idea. But she became their fashionista for the rest of the summer, ended up getting a boyfriend, life was looking great for her, other than the fact that she ended up throwing, Jasper and Forrest to the wayside. But life was going great for her, life was going wonderful for her, and in one day, in one fell swoop, everything just fell apart. Everything fell apart for her, and that's when she decided, okay, Estella's too weak, and Corella's coming out now. So it's very fun. It was a fun book, and it was and I much prefer the version that we saw on TV instead, where you kind of saw that fashionista battle between Cruella and the Baroness, and Estella kind of sabotaging the Baroness with her moth dress. It was a lot of fun to watch, and I really enjoyed it, and would definitely, most definitely, recommend you watch it if you haven't already. But I absolutely loved that. And man, I need to get this water. How many? Alrighty. I guess it's also about time to wrap up this episode. So let me go ahead. And here I thought I was actually going to be able to get out of Flower Forest. Alrighty, let's see if I can. There we go. So Cottonat went down. Cupcake grew to level 10. Cupcake learned Defiance. Fun. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. And then in between episodes, I'm gonna go ahead and finish clearing out Flower Forest and get both of my Mons up to level 13. Because I believe, or at least normally Brock's Ace is 14. So I'm gonna get them both up to level 13 for now. See how that works out. I will just quickly look up what his levels normally are, so I can make sure I am on par for the gym. I'm just gonna clear out the rest of this in between episodes, because it's a lot of the same things of what you already saw, just more double battles, and just more wild encounters, and I'll grab those orange at the end. And then in the next episode, we will explore Pewter City, or whatever it is in this game. We will explore that town, and we will take on Brock. So that will be the plan for next episode. Thank you so much for sticking around with me for the past half hour. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please like the video, and please subscribe to me. That would mean wonders. I just realized I never mentioned that in either of the two previous videos. Again, new to this, stuff I'm gonna have to just start learning to do, and just hopefully eventually it'll become habit. Well, it may become a habit depending on how long I keep doing this. I'll at least finish this series, and we'll see where I go from there. But thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again on Monday for episode 4. Until then, peace.